How you guys doing? Been an interesting day in Kentucky. Wow, has it been an interesting day. Let's see, we're recording over here. Everything's up. Should be cross-posted to a few pages here, hopefully. Hey guys, welcome to Sober Talk. You're here because you want to get sober. You need to get sober. Perhaps you're just sober curious. Whatever the reason is, we're glad you're here. So here's a story about this show. I have quit drinking many times. I've quit a year. I've quit 2 years. But I never seem to get happy. And I say this at the beginning of every show. There's a difference between being alcohol-free and happy. Today I am at 68 days, and wow, so that's pretty damn cool. So anyway, I'm doing it different this time. I am working the steps, and man, I hope it works. So sometimes we discuss healthy benefits, both physical and mental. Sometimes we share drunken war stories. Sometimes those stories are hilarious. Sometimes they end in divorce, prison, and unfortunately, sometimes death. How can you tell if you got a drinking problem? If it causes problems. So no matter why you're here again, I'm glad you're here. If you want to call in, you can. It's easy. Just 502-273-5676. That's 502-273-5676. Have a good show for tonight. We got a couple people last night we called, and if you haven't been watching the news, there's a lot going on in our city with, hold on. Hello, Sober Talk. It's Tom. Hello, they hung up. Yo, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you, buddy? Are you calling in for Sober Talk?
Yeah. I don't know if it's my phone or your phone, but it's breaking up pretty bad.
Huh. Let me call you back in a few. I'm just starting the show. I'll call you back, okay? All right. So, but if you haven't been watching the news, or I'm sure you have been watching the news, there's a lot of stuff going on in Louisville. They came out with a verdict today in the Breonna Taylor case, and the town's just bracing for whatever may come from that. So it's a tad scary out there right now. You know, people are really, really upset, and I get it. That's what they believe. That's what they think. You know, I mean, I can't say or do anything or make an opinion or hey, it sucks. It sucks. An innocent person died. The Supreme Court or the grand jury found that they were not guilty. The cops who shot them, and it just that just happened. And but anyway, we have a really, really good show tonight. I got a couple people I'm calling. Today is day 68. That's pretty good. 68 days. This is again my last stretch of alcohol free. We went 2 years. My big stretch, 2 years, and it was good. It was good, but I was still miserable. You know, I was still waking up mad at the world, and so that I don't want this thing to. Hello, it's Tom. How do I turn this off? I don't want this going on. I just do not want that to happen anymore. Let me call our. Let me just call our first guest. Yeah, this is live Facebook for you. And I'm a one-man shop. I'm screening the calls. I'm videotaping. I hope I got my teleprompter. I have Tom hit record. So yes, I did hit record. So let's go ahead and call our first guest. Is hopefully he wasn't available last night. But let's see if he's available tonight. He said he would be. It's Kenneth Bearden. Kenneth Bearden is an addiction recovery care employee, and wow, this is going to be very disappointing if he does not pick up the second night in a row. Maybe he's pranking me. He emailed me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it," but Wow. So, Drew, are you able to?
How you reach?
All right, so we're gonna call Drew 785-456-4279. We do take calls on the show, but we usually have a few people lined up uh, who are in queue for me to call them back, and that's why I'm making the outbound calls right now. So,
Tom, can you hear me?
hey, Drew, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm good. Are you talking directly in the phone? You're not on speaker, are you?
I'm on the river on my headphones.
Yeah, it's not a good connection. I can call you another time if you want me to, buddy.
How about now?
That's beautiful. Wow. Wow, that's different night and day. So how you do? You say you're in the river? What are you doing in the river?
I actually just hanging out, man. You know, I had a pretty good morning and day with work, and I wanted to come out to the river and cook some food. You know, have a
Yeah.
good time.
You sound like you're in good spirits. Yesterday you were saying that
Yeah, yesterday was rough, man.
tell me what happened. What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't know where to begin, I guess, but
But let everybody
alcohol.
know. So you have a problem with alcohol, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
And you're on the wagon or off the wagon right now?
I'm drinking right now, so.
Okay, so you're off the wagon, which is cool. I'm not judging, dude. I'm just some guy 60 days in. Woohoo! so,
You're good. You're good.
but you try to you've gone some time since I've been talking to you, right? Have you gone a few days here and there without drinking since we spoken first?
No, since we spoke now, every
Oh,
day.
no, every day. Okay. And so,
Oh, yeah,
you're watching the show because you do have a desire to cut back, and
exactly.
and make sure you keep on talking how you were talking because it was very clear earlier. Why do you drink? Do you ever read? I'm just curious. What makes you drink? Is it addiction to it? Is it your a stressful life, stressful family? I just find this fascinating, and I'm learning as I go too.
Okay, well, I definitely find it. I mean, first and foremost, I definitely find it respectable that you're saying it that way and interested. To answer your question, definitely stress. I've been homeless, I guess, since late June, so that's a big factor. Uh,
So you're homeless.
but
I'm
I've
just about,
been
but you're homeless now. Is that what you're saying?
well. I mean,
Define homeless. If you're on Facebook and you got a cell phone and you're cooking on a river,
exactly.
yeah.
Late June, I was homeless. 8 days. In the,
Uh-oh. Louisville Metro under a curfew beginning at 9 p.m. Everything got cut off because I got an emergency alert. Louisville Metro under a curfew beginning at 9 p.m. until 6:30 a.m. Please begin heading home now. Well, folks, uh, I'm going to have a short show today, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, that's going to be, can it, Drew may be my only caller tonight. Again, I want to apologize, but uh, there
can
was
you hear me now?
Yeah, we had an emergency alert come up in Louisville saying we all had to get home, be home by 9. So you were for 8 days you were homeless, and that something made that happen. What? Finish your story. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, mm, I shouldn't say 8 days. I mean, I've been an alcoholic since I was 17,
Okay.
so it's kind of been building. It's definitely been building. Um, I haven't had a license since I was 17. I've been living on a bicycle, man. Uh, so there's a lot of factors, I guess. Depression and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And
And alcohol has been my coping, so to speak. And I'm not coping right on it.
yeah,
Know
but
what I
if you're
mean?
yeah, so you're somewhat depressed. You're how old of a guy are you now?
I just turned 36 Sunday.
36 Sunday, and you are you don't have a driver's license. You drive your bike, ride your bike everywhere. Uh,
Yes.
which I know a lot of people in the city in New York who they walk and drive it, ride their bike everywhere.
Yeah.
It's great exercise. Jeez Louise, what I would give to have the kind of weather, to drive all the time. So,
Yeah.
how much money do you? I'm just curious. How much money do you spend on alcohol a day?
Way too much. More than I make.
You're spending more than you make?
Yeah. I find the money to drink, dude. That's the addiction part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the addiction is so strong. It's like this. You could be drowning underwater. You know that you are underwater, and
Hmm.
you need to breathe so bad. You will try to breathe underwater. And that's
Yeah.
what it's like when you feel like you need a drink. And a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize they'll do anything to get a drink. I mean, they'll drink rubbing alcohol, whatever, until they stop for a while. So you think you may give it a shot? You think you may like say, "All right, I'm not going to drink tomorrow."
Well, I mean, I woke up today with that spirit. To be honest with you, last night, when you called, I was super depressed.
That's what you
I didn't even
said.
answer,
Uh huh.
couldn't even answer the phone call, which is, I guess, normal to me with shutting people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I go to bed every night. I make it up the stairs, and alcohol made me so. My health was so bad. I couldn't breathe. I was getting alcohol-induced cardiomyopathy, and I would walk up. I would lay in bed, and I would just kind of. My wife's like, "Are you okay?" Or for years she's heard me breathing heavy and trying to catch my
Yeah.
breath, and went as far as one like we got to get a ranch, a house with no stairs, and and man, it was such where I was crying. I was crying in bed like tomorrow. God help me, tomorrow
Yeah,
is
it's kind of like that, man. Yeah.
you're crying. You're crying at night and saying no more, no more.
I mean, and not even at night, man. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm crying. I'm like, God dang, Even throughout the day when I kind of sober up, I'm like, man, this sucks.
Oh boy.
Today was all right. With I didn't drink last night.
Did you drink
But
it
I
all?
woke
Did you
up.
drink it all yesterday, or how much did you drink yesterday? You think?
No, nothing.
Oh, dude. So you have one day under your belt. You went one day no alcohol.
Yes.
No, Drew, that's huge. That is
Yeah.
huge. You know what? These are tips that I picked up in meetings and things like that. I do a Zoom meeting. I don't. I'm not going to like any public AA meetings. I'm just doing it on Zoom, which I love. But I really, really. They say that day by day. I got to take it day by day. That I just thought that
Yeah,
was
that's
something.
what it is.
Well, there's really something to that. You know what they mean by that is that, like, you get the first day under your belt, and you go, okay, I did it. I did. I went one day without drinking, and then you go, I'm going to do another day,
Yeah.
and then you get 2 days under your belt, and that day is just a tad easier than the
Yeah,
third.
the second day's easier. I'm just like I said. I went all night and day, but I'm drinking now, so it's
Yeah, but
not as
if you
big
allow
of
yourself to get 2 or 3 days under your belt, you will defend those sober days. You got to get some sober
a
days under your belt before you can start
deal.
this. I got a guy right now. He's on day 10, and he's drank every night a fifth of vodka and a few beers every night for the past 4 years, and
Yeah.
he's on day 10 right now. He said, "I'm not going back. I'm not going back." And you can just I've tried quitting by myself. Have you ever done
Mhm.
AA or went to a meeting or seen a therapist or went to a church or anything to help you?
Well, I mean, the AA thing, no, I have not.
Okay.
Um, and I think it's like just my anxiety on it. Like I don't like to be in groups.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we
Um,
talked about that last time.
yeah, I've definitely done the in-person mental health stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To where I've been so depressed that like just last weekend I had the firefighters get me off this sandbag kind of thing. Where I'm so depressed.
Well,
It gets that bad.
now you said, hold on, you said the firefighters had to get you off of what? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What were you said? Were you doing it? Was that a metaphor, or did you say firefighters?
No, no, it's an actual fact. I mean, like, I guess I've been so stressed and depressed that I tried to plan a weekend for my birthday.
Yeah.
Um, and I planned it all, with a kayak and a ride and everything. I got it out. I got set out. Got about a mile in, and got so depressed. Like I can't even explain it. That I had to call for help. Like
Oh
that,
man, bless your heart.
it sucked.
Have you ever like gotten some antidepressants or anything like that, or seen a doctor, for your mental health?
I mean, it's up in the works at the moment. Um, but it's really just when I get so depressed like that, I have to like call them on the last minute kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Look, I come from a whole family full of mental illness, and myself, I'm on medication. I'm crazy. I'll have a mood swing mid sentence. I'll be going somewhere with the family. No, I gotta turn around. I gotta turn around. There's been times like, no, I can't do this. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I cannot
yeah.
do this.
That's kind of how it is. Even by myself, which is kind of weird because I wasn't around anybody to have
Right?
that anxiety, and I've been trying to, say, hey, you want to go down the river, cook some food, but nobody wants to do it, which kind of bums me out. But I understand, like, why would they want to do that if I'm so, anxious and all this?
Well, man,
Uh,
let's come
it,
up with a plan. So, do you go to some
okay.
kind of clinic? Do you have a doctor? Are you a veteran? Do you have any kind of health insurance? Do you have Medicare, Medicaid? Do you have anything?
I have nothing, man. I've been waiting on my ID, just an ID card to renew it, just to get some income. You know what I mean? I've been living at the hotel here since mid-July, uh, just on agreement that I wake up every day and put, 5, 6 hours a day taking out trash and
Oh, that's cool. So you got an arrangement with the hotel that you stay at.
yeah.
No, that's like
So
an
that's
apartment manager. Yeah, you get to live for free if you.
yeah. So that's definitely cool. And then I have food too, which I mean I can't complain, but it definitely is taking a toll on me with not having income and seeing my kid and you know what I mean.
No, I get it. Hey, I want to read you something that Carl Martin just said. He said, Tom and others, I hate to admit this, but yes, a Dr. Phil
Okay.
viewer, a few days ago, he had a mom, a daughter on a show. The daughter, 16-year-old, was actually mixing hand sanitizer with water or soft drinks, so desperate to get alcohol in her system. She had started drinking when she was 9. Man,
Hmm.
Drew, I gotta tell you, buddy, you really, really, I think, and I'm not affiliated with any kind of. I've done therapy, I've done willpower, I've done church, and right now I'm trying AA, so I'm a fan of it right now. But I know the meetings are free. I know you can find a small one to go to. Just go to one, sit by the door, and
Yeah,
just sit by the door, and if you get nervous, leave. And all of a
that's
sudden,
true.
people come up and start talking to you. And you get some buddies, and you get some friends. Um,
That's true.
yeah, yeah, you have to, drastic measures, got- st- you know, require some drastic changes. And right now, you're just working and drinking. You're working at the
That's right.
hotel. So yeah, man, I really hope that you can get some help. I want to talk to you again. I remember talking to you the other night, and I hope that things work out for you. And I'll be
I
praying for
appreciate it.
you.
I
I'll be
mean,
praying for you. I'll be saying, powerful thoughts. We got a great community here. A lot of people watching Sober Talk. We've become
I
like
see that. Yeah.
we're like a little family here. And again, this is not this is some dude in Kentucky going live on Facebook, and we're kind of getting we're getting a lot of good people, doctors and therapists and people calling in or
Hmm.
want me to call them back. But I really, man, can you maybe try to go to an AA meeting before you start drinking one day? Where do you
Yeah,
live?
definitely.
Where do you
I live
where
in a small town, but I do believe they have it here. So
every church has an AA. Find the closest church, go to aa.com, type in your zip code, and there's actually an app on my phone that I have. It's a really cool app. It's called Meeting Guide. And I don't know if you can download apps on the phone that you have, but Meeting
sure.
Guide will show you every. It has a picture. You can't see. If y'all want to try to zoom in, yeah, there you go. If I had a camera guy zoom in, it's a circle with a chair on it, and you can click it, and it will tell you. It knows exactly where you are, and it will tell you when the next meeting and where the next meeting is, the time it's
Nice.
starting, and where it is. It's called Meeting Guide, and
Okay.
yeah, so all meetings near current location. So I got one starting at 8 o'clock, which was already started. Uh, these are one at 10 o'clock. Church in Baxter Avenue, which the rioting and or the protesting. That's not going to happen tonight. But yeah, man, try that meeting guide if you can't find one. That's a great tool. I love that. So
Okay.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, and I hope it all works out for you. And I want to talk. I got your number here, and I like to talk to you every once in a while. I'm sure people would love to follow your journey, just like they're following mine. I'm day 60. I'm 69. I'm 69. What did I say? 68, 69 days. So that is pretty
Yeah, you're
daggone cool.
69 today. I've been calling you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, day 69. So all right, bud. I'll talk with you tomorrow or something. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Hey, before you go, tell me your favorite joke.
My favorite joke. Oh man. This
It's rough.
Let me grab this one. I love you, buddy. Talk to you soon. That was sound like a good guy. So hey, hello, Sober Talk. All right, let's see if we can call. Let's see if we can get. Hello, it's Tom. Hey, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Who's this?
You know you're gay.
Who? Am I getting pranked right now? Can you hear me? Oh, all right. When you call in, guys, you got to turn your computer off. So let's try this guy one more time. Oh no. Hey, I want a big shout out to Herbie Russ Music. Herbie Russ Music is a dear friend of mine. Is a guy that I manage, and we produce a lot of things together. You guys might have seen Homeless Herbie.
We're sorry.
Oh, 475 4279. I gotta tell you, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. How hard is it for me to call a number without getting? That's another thing. Dyslexia, man. OCD. Hello, it's Tom. Hey, Dustin, I'm having a hard time hearing you. All right, hold on one second, Dustin. Let's see here. All right. You there? This is like the little show that could, guys. This is just awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I had you and I lost him. Let me see if I can call Dustin back here. All right. Well, we're going. This is great. This is the worst AA drinking party ever. Okay, I'm going to edit that out because it's a joke that didn't make sense, and I shouldn't be saying it. So let me see one more time. Let's see if we can call. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, this Kenneth.
This is he.
Hey, buddy, it's Tom Mabe calling from Sober Talk. How are you?
Hey, Tom. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Kind of recovering from this day and this. We've had a rough day in Louisville, and this show has been just like a train wreck going downstairs. So tell people what do you do? You work at an addiction recovery center?
Yes. I'm a community liaison for addiction recovery care.
Okay.
And basically, what that means, man, as a community liaison, I'm in recovery myself.
Okay,
So
great.
if
Yeah.
someone's trying to get into recovery, I start building rapport with them, just sharing experience, strength, and hope. And I help fast track services to get people into treatment.
Well, I just got off of a phone with a guy who lives on a he he he's semi homeless and he drinks every single day and 2 nights ago, we got a call from a wife who said her husband has cirrhosis of the liver, and
Mm.
can I talk with him? We spoke, Kenneth, and the guy. I said, "What state are you?" He said, "I'm in Kentucky." And I said, "No, no, honey, we're in St. Louis. Not oh, we're in St. Louis." And I thought the guy was 70. He was 37. and bless his heart. And we were trying to, we got a little community going on here. We get a few thousand people. By the end of the night, we'll watch an episode, and my little friends here, some of the founding members, they actually found a place that would take his insurance or his Medicare for a
Hmm.
detox, at least a 7-day detox. So this is cool. So you're a liaison for any particular place or a bunch of places?
Well, I am the liaison for our company. It's ARC, ARC, which stands for Addiction Recovery Care.
Cool.
We've got 30 different centers across the state of Kentucky, and
Wow.
yeah,
Good
we've got a
outfit.
really cool model.
So is it a good? Is it have a medical model
Yes,
and medical
we
and
have yeah, we do dual diagnosis and medical detox. And we also, so we're a long term program that's designed for 9 months to a year long with
jeez.
4 phases. And what sets us apart from anywhere else is our crisis to career model. And that's exactly like it sounds. We want to take people from crisis to career. And that's where we've teamed up with local community colleges and have fast track certifications for and job training and job placement for when people go through our program. The last 2 phases of the programming is job training and then job placement once they complete.
So tell that's awesome. And it's ARC, addictive recovery care.
Yes, addiction recovery care.
Addiction. And what was your? How long have you been sober, or how long have you been in a program of some sort?
All I have is today, man, and I'm coming up on 6 years on October 2nd.
6 years. Wow, that's amazing. 6 years in a. Was it alcohol or a little bit of everything, or were you a garbage can?
Um, Man, honestly, mine was more. It was just more of anything.
Yeah. No, I get it. I
My
get it.
story at the age of 11, I had started using. I smoked my first joint, man, and I'm one of them people that once I put a minor mood altering substance in my body, I can't stop.
I get it.
At the age of 11, by the end of that summer, I had overdosed 7 times.
You at age. How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 32.
So you've had six. So you went several years of living that. Was it a daily activity? Getting.
It was daily activity. It progressed very very fast for me, and yeah, man, all the way up until I was an adult, man. 6 years ago, that's when the pain became great enough,
So
and
you said, screw this. This is bullshit. I'm going to get help.
well, more so of I had lost everything, had been homeless for 2 years, and I wanted to die, and I tried to kill myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does where were your folks at 11? How does one who your guardian or whoever looked out who watches kids?
Yeah, that was a conversation. So my story has actually taken me to the White House and to a roundtable discussion with the president, and that's stuff that I've never really sat down with and talked to my parents. So when they heard that, man, they were surprised from it too.
Yeah, but come on, no
Um,
offense to your parents, but they were they a little? I mean, did you ever feel like you were abandoned? I mean, or suffer
well,
some kind of trauma?
oh, absolutely, man. I grew up in I had a really rough childhood, man. Uh, didn't know my biological father. Now, before I tell you this stuff, I can say, like, and this is part of my recovery,
Mm-hmm.
my parents did the best that they could, man.
Same here.
And I know
Totally
that
get
they
it.
gave me the best that they could.
Okay.
But I don't know my biological father, but my stepdad, who is my dad, he was always there. But back then, he was very physically and mentally abusive.
Mm.
And we grew up poor. When the Air Force projects were still around in Louisville, we lived out there, and
Yep.
my parents still live in the South End.
Yeah.
My mom suffers from mental illness, schizophrenia, and bipolar.
That's sort of my
So
mom. How
she,
about isn't that amazing? So, she's gone now, but she.
mm,
Wow, a lot of. I see a lot of patterns talking to people, so it's interesting that I'm sure if the guy who called before you, I'm sure if we asked him about his past, there's probably some kind of abandonment and and trauma somewhere along the line.
I tell you what, man, 100%. I'm in school for social work now. I'm working on my bachelor's degree, and it all goes back down to trauma. And when I first got sober, the center that I went through, that's what I had to work on was my childhood trauma. I learned that once I went back, because I never really knew that was there, and that was driving certain behaviors for me today as a man. But
Right.
I had to go back and take a look at that stuff and make different choices for myself to protect myself. Because I did that for to protect myself, to keep myself safe. But them same coping skills as a child that were implemented in me as a child no longer serve me today as a man.
Just real quick before I lose this comment, I did lose it. This guy named Chris Warren said he started at age 8. He said, but I might
Mm-hmm.
add that my parents were always gone, drunks themselves, and I was a latchkey kid. You're when
Mm,
you did you ever meet your biological father?
I have not. No, I haven't met him, man.
I'm the same situation. You and I have parallel lives.
Mm-hmm.
I met mine, and when I met him, I asked him. I said, "Do you have a?" I think I was 19. I said, "Hey, do you drink on your side of the family?" He said, "Tommy, on my side of the family, you drink or you don't drink. There's no in between." And
Mm,
and
mm.
that was just because I knew even that when I didn't start drinking until I was 19. So, man, I don't want to go. I don't want to plow through your whole story in one setting because this is amazing. So we are talking to. Is it Kenny or is it Kenneth? What do you want to be called?
Hey, either or, man. It's better than what they used to call me.
Uh, so it's Kenny Bearden. He's with ARC, and he's a liaison between ARC, and that is uh, addiction recovery. Let me
Care.
care, addiction recovery care, and you have one hell of a story. Started smoking pot when you were 11. You OD 3 times while you were 11. Uh,
That was actually 7 times by the end of
seven
that summer.
7 times. Wow, wow, wow. And you've been sober for 6 years, coming up in October. That's wow.
Yes, sir.
So what do you any advice? Because we get people again, Kenny. I'm just some dude in Louisville who's went through some of the steps, and the 12th step was a service thing, and you know, and recovery and unity. And I said, well, I could go live. I got some followers. I can go live. And I did like one, and
Mm-hmm.
people like loved it. And I'm like, and I'm using I'm using the viewers to hold me
I'll be
accountable.
honest, man. I've watched some of your old stuff. I was like, no, this is a prank. Am I gonna call him? Is he gonna prank me?
Yeah, of
I thought I
course. I
would. You
figured
get
you.
me?
That's why. And I go to AA meetings. I go to the Zoom, the early worms. I missed it for the past 3 days because I'm so tired. By the time I don't wake up at 6:30 to do it. Uh, but a few of them were like, oh my gosh, that's that prankster guy. He's gonna prank us. And I had a buddy on the inside. He said, no,
Yeah,
he's
then
one
you
of
the
us.
old timers tell you to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck
Yeah, yeah.
up.
There you go. Well, I still haven't raised my hand in a Zoom meeting or anything, but
Yeah.
but I'm using these guys, and we're using each other to hold each other accountable. But what would you tell someone? Because you have as bad of a story as anyone I've heard. How would you finally jumpstart? What would you tell these people to jumpstart their sobriety? Obviously, again, I'm not a doctor, but maybe go to your doctor. To get some kind of 7-day detox, or what would you recommend someone listening right now wanting to stop drinking or using?
Mm, I would definitely recommend reaching out to and getting clinical advice, whether that's reaching out to a recovery center, reaching out to a therapist, a hospital, going somewhere and starting there. And like more personally speaking, um, I'd recommend really being absolutely courageous. And you were speaking about accountability, and when I say absolutely courageous, I'm saying everything in them, everything in you, everything in me. When I was first trying to get sober, did not want me to do that, and battling that part of yourself, like being prepared to truly fight for your life because your life depends on it.
And we're
It
right,
absolutely
right
does.
when you're fighting for your life. I said this a couple of shows ago. When you're fighting for your life and you're in there trying to get sober, your addiction's out in the parking lot doing push-ups, and he's ready
Oh
to
yeah.
kick your ass, and he will if you
And
don't.
that's one of the things, like, and it's only when you're trying to get sober does does the dope man roll down the window and say, I got a free one for you? Or only when you're trying to get sober will all these people start calling you. Like, there's going to be these occasions where it's going to show up right in your face. So, really being prepared for that and ready to tell on your disease is what we call it in the room. Ready to tell on that and hold yourself accountable, you know?
So someone just has to be ready. Get back to the original question. They just got to be ready, and they need to reach out to, like this guy we just talked to. He said, "I don't even have an ID card. I don't even, he's waiting to get an ID card so he can get paychecks. He's he's got to deal with this hotel where he takes out the garbage and picks up around the place, so they let him live there, and he gets a little bit of money for food. I mean, just you think AA is the first start, and if someone sees someone shaking over there and they're, I'm just always
No, I think that especially for so alcohol and benzos like Xanax, Klonopin,
yeah
those are the absolute deadliest. Deadliest. I've
coming
worked
off
in
of.
recovery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like that will literally it'll kill you. Everyone thinks heroin's a really bad drug, but I've worked in the recovery field for the ever since I've gotten sober, and the worst detoxes that I've seen people go through, and the most deadly detoxes that will literally kill you is alcohol and benzos.
Is that amazing? Wow. And yeah, but that's why people, I'm, again, I don't want to get sued or be responsible for someone's death. So they should just go. If they're drinking really really bad or anything on benzos or
They
whatever.
their best bet is to call 911 and have themselves taken to a hospital and get in a medical detox. They're most likely going to be dehydrated. They're going to need IV fluids and medication to help them come down.
Now, Ark, you say you guys a detox facility as well and a treatment center, or when someone.
We are a detox facility directly related to the opioid epidemic. So we do medically assisted treatment with buprenorphine or Suboxone, and we offer the Vivitrol shot as well. If I have someone who is having severe withdrawals from benzos or alcohol, I'm actually a referral source, and refer them to other places in Louisville or throughout Kentucky.
So if someone's just having a hard time, they don't have insurance or anything. They just need to call 911, right? They just need to call it and just get to it.
Exactly. And one of the things that we do, and they'll find once they start reaching out for the help, a lot of other centers will do it too. If they're not on insurance, we'll sign you up for it, man. We'll go on, and as long as, like, if someone calls me, they don't have insurance, I'll still set up transportation for them, get them picked up, get them out to the center. Even though their insurance may not kick in for a week, we'll go ahead and get them set up in the system for it.
Wow. So that's cool. So you guys will help them pay you. So I mean that's a cool thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we know you can't pay us, but we're going to help you get some kind of insurance too.
exactly.
That's
And we fight for people for scholarships and stuff. Like if there's insurance problems, there's so many people out there. I'd say at least 60 to 70% of people who are working at a recovery center are in recovery themselves. Like we know where you've been. If I can tell anybody that, like we know where you've been and we want to help. You know?
yeah, there's probably have you seen someone just totally can you tell when someone comes in and you go, all right, this person's going to have a fair shot or this person's never going to make it? Or is it just, have you been totally shocked? Like, I never thought this person would get sober and turn his life around. So, because I mean,
Yeah, I've got plenty of them stories, man. Yeah, 100%. So for the guy who walks in and wants to stay in his room constantly, not you can tell from someone's behavior and the energy they're bringing. Like they could still be completely sick, throwing up, cold tremors, shaking, but still willing to get up and to try to go to group or go to class or do that. Like I see that as a very willing behavior, and like this guy wants it. And then you have people who are completely shut down to it and cussing out other people, and who just don't want it. Like through getting to know that person's individual story and the behaviors that they're showing early in recovery, you can usually tell, man.
yes. Man, that is I have to, I have to. I owe someone an apology. I had you up for what's the day? Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh boy. Dollar Green. I was supposed to have Dollar Green. I got confused because you had a situation last night. You and I talked, and I totally get it. And so I had Dollar Green. He's a local. He's a recovering.
That's
Uh,
my sponsor.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's who helped me get sober six
Would you
years ago.
please call him and apologize? You take. I want you to take the fall for this one, dude. Because you blame it on your kid. Hey man, my kid. No, no. Well, jeez. Well, so I'm like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to have an. I'm a one man shop. I gotta get some help. It's just yeah. I'm excited. So you like Dollar Green? He's a good dude, huh?
I love him, man. He's my sponsor and my best friend in the world. Our boys are the same age. They've grown up together. They go to school together.
Wow.
He's more my family than my family, man. And
That's
I've
great.
never met a smarter and more motivated entrepreneur in the world. Like it. They tell you early on to pick someone who's got what you want to be
Yeah.
your sponsor, and I've seen that in Ricky Green and Dollar Green, and I still continue to chase after that, and he still challenges me every day.
Okay, we just had a breaking news, and this is a LMPD officer wounded in downtown shooting. It's going to get rough.
Mm,
So I think my offices are in J-Town, I'm off Hurstbourne Lane. I live right outside of J-Town, so I'm going to call it a show, and buddy, I will and get my butt home. So I look forward to talking with you more, and I don't have Dollar Green's number in my phone. If you could text him or something, tell him I'm sorry. I'll find it and I'll reach out to him tomorrow too, or later tonight.
all right, I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be on, Tom.
No, I want
Again,
no. This is all. God, I'm extremely grateful. Our followers are freaking. Uh, this is great. You are. You have a service. You have experience. You're a recovering addict, recovering whatever alcohol. This is all great, and I'd love to have you back on again. And
absolutely.
maybe that you and Dollar Green are in Louisville. Maybe you guys come to the studio one day.
Hey, we both live in J-Town, bub.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass your house on the way home. So yeah, I gotta get things set up. If you watch this on here, you can tell that we're kind of small. So all right, brother, I'll talk with you soon, and let's email each other and have you back on soon.
All right.
All right, buddy.
You have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
You too, man. Thanks. So there you go, guys. This is unfortunate, but I have it's 8:42. By the time I get to my truck and everything, I'll make it home right at 9. It's getting kind of scary out there. As I said, a verdict came in the Breonna Taylor case here in Louisville, and there's a lot of protesting. A lot of people are upset, and there's a lot of there's just some stuff going on. So we have a curfew. I'm being told to get out of my office and to get home. So I am going to do that now. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here with me. This is the show started off really, really rough. I promise I will edit it, make it sound and feel as smooth as possible. Carl, I'll have to call you on the way home, buddy. Carl's the last person I used to talk to every night on the show. But hey, so appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, and I want to let you guys know too that we are working on a phone system that if you call, someone will either pick up, we'll go to a voicemail, or we'll call you back. If you keep on hearing the call waiting going off, people call. We're growing. That's a good problem to have. We are growing, and this is awesome. Love you guys. I will talk with you soon. I'll see you tomorrow night. If everything's calm, I'll see you tomorrow night.